Thank you, madam.
Yes.
Mr. Mabasa,
Sir.
Mr. Mnube instructs me that the information that is contained in Exhibit S Annexure C, it's a true reflection and a representation of what was contained in the SIM cards. He says I should bring that information over to you. Do you have any comment?
No problem. It's true. It's correct.
Is it in one SIM card? Or
And that is the information that was found
One, not
in,
two.
in his phone,
SIM
whether
okay.
both SIM cards or whatever
Doesn't
SIM
matter.
card, but that information as it is contained in here,
Yeah.
it's a true reflection of what was in his cell phone numbers. I
Okay.
mean in his cell phone. Now you say you don't have a comment. I thought you were going to say, yeah, no, at least I try to do the best that I can, to be honest in everything that I do. But thank you very much.
To please you, yes, it's correct. I
Yeah.
try to do the best. Please you.
Thank you. And as a result, we might not spend much time on this, except just to clear one thing. On paragraph 10 of your affidavit, you're saying the conversion of the data does not involve the manipulation of the data. The conversion, what does conversion involve or entail?
I will explain in details what this sentence means.
Yes.
It means as I'm converting data, the original data remains the same.
Yes.
Conversion. Akusho ukuthi-ke idatha kukhona umahluko ozobenziwa kule datha izohlala iyiyona.
It's not cooked.
Excuse
I
me.
say it's not cooked, in other words.
Not cooked. Yes. Because my understanding, I'm going to tell you, my honest understanding of this. When you convert something, it means you are interfering with its state of originality. Is that not so? In other words, you're changing it here and there in order to suit what you want it to be in terms of your own specifications. Is that not so? That's
True.
conversion.
Okay, yeah. That's true, but in
Thank
this
you.
regard, we convert, but the original remains the same, unconverted, it's locked, there's no way you can change it.
Bathi-ke hayi esikwenzayo thina sewuguqula isimo sedatha njengoba ilapha asiyiguquli siyenze okunye ihlala iyiyona kodwa siguqula nje isimo sayo.
Sorry for my own understanding.
Yes, ma'am.
When you say you convert the data, you convert it from a certain medium and you place it in another medium.
By converting, I'm using XRY,
That's it, yeah?
yes, to convert it into a PDF as
Yeah.
it is, the originality as a PDF, like they're saying.
No, fine, yeah. I'm saying, yeah, you remove it from one state of matter to another state of matter.
Yes, and then
Common
also
sense, science number one.
to an Excel format
Yeah,
that you see on my affidavit as
Yeah.
an HRA.
right?
But after doing all this, the originality, the original data remains the same.
Same. Okay, fine.
Nje ukuguqulwa kwedatha isuka ku lolu hlobo esingathi kuthiwa i-XRY uyisa ku-PDF iguqulwa nje isimo kodwa-ke idatha yona ihlala injengoba injalo nanoma siguqulwa-ke sifaka ohlobeni lwe-Excel ifayili kodwa-ke idatha elangaphakathi ihlala injengoba injalo.
Thank you, Mr. Mabasa. This is not to make a mountain out of an ant small. So basically, you are saying when the number starts with the 07, for you to be able to work on that number, you would convert that number. In other words, you would take out that 7 and start, you take out the 0 and let that number, and the number would be converted into a 7. In other words, that 0 is now rendered nugatory. In other words, for you to be able to work on that data, this 0 must be removed. Hence, I say you convert the original number into something that will enable you to work on it, not so.
Does it?
It's no longer original because it has been converted. The 0 is no longer there.
Yes, the one that is
Thank you.
converted usually, or
Yes.
we mention it edited.
Yes.
Edited.
Yes, because I have edited that zeros, the plus 2 sevens, the plus and whatever, and I have two.
Yes.
Some of the numbers, which are 100, 10 triple ones, 2 1 whatever, or a small number that is not a telephone number.
Yes.
I took them out. So
Yes.
I edit that data for, I'm arranging for my A and B to able to read the information. So it can give me the chart if we need to have a chart, which is annexure B in my affidavit.
No, we can't do
Senzayo ke
that.
thina ukuthi kukhona lezi number ezinjengo 0 qala phone number noma inamba into enjengo plus 27 enambeni noma lezi number ezincane no 100 kuyasuswa konke lokho uma esefuna ukuqhubeka nokusebenzisa define.
Now you're saying, however, the fact that you're converting that number does not mean that you're manipulating the situation. If you're working on numbers, although you convert them, you don't manipulate them. Manipulation involves an element of dishonesty. So you are not there. Not so.
No.
Thank you.
Hayi angikho ekuguquleni izinto ngoba uthi umuguqula izinto usho ukuthi ngingafaka nje nokungethembeki lapho cha ngikho lapho.
Thank you.
But I think I understand you to mean that you don't manipulate or convert the original.
Yes, whatever is talks about manipulation,
Yeah.
conversion, I refer to the original data.
Uma kukhulunywa ngo-manipulation conversion, hayi mina ngisebenzisa idatha njengoba ifike injalo.
Thank you, Mr. Mabasa. I'm humbled by the fact that although you're saying you convert, however, manipulation is excluded, which is key. Manipulation involves dishonesty, but that's not you. Thank you. Now, you have been requested to put on record certain numbers here. The first number is on index number 9. That is on page 10 on exhibit S annexure C.
Index number 9.
9, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. This number that is indicated there as a telephone number 2773995787. This court has heard that it's a number that on many occasions that it's a number that is attributed to accused number 5. In other words, this number is associated with him. How the state will explain, but the impression that the state has created is that this number belongs to accused number 5. But as I'm saying, I don't want to put words into the mouth of the state. I'd rather use the word associated used by accused number 5. I'm just trying to avoid to use the word belong to number 5, but it is associated with him. But we now can see on index number 9 that Mr. Ncube, that's accused number 3, has saved this number in his cell phone as Mfoka Khumalo. It doesn't say, and accused number 5's names are Fisobuhle Ntuli. It doesn't say Ntuli, not so. It says Mfoka Khumalo.
Yes, it says Mfoka Khumalo.
Thank you.
Yebo, the number those 072395787 noma ke njengoba ibeke uthiwa iqhumekeka kumsolo wesihlanu, kodwa umsolo wesithathu lapha indlela ayigcine ngayo efonini yakhe uyibhale ukuthi umfoka Khumalo, ayizange ibhale ukuthi into.
Now, let's also go to index number 25, which is page 12 of the same exhibit. Are you with me?
Yes.
Thank you. May you kindly read, because I don't want to sound like I'm putting words into your mouth.
Okay, index
Yes. May you kindly
25.
read that information again?
Index 25. Mshana Ntulivo plus 2771519 It's on the SIM card.
Thina lapha ke ibhale ukuthi ngaphansi kwa 25 index 25 Mshana Ntulivo, number khona 0715951239.
Is it VO or VO?
Vo.
I say, okay.
Or VO.
You know a brandy called VO?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Mabas, I don't think you read everything there. There is index 25. There is name, Mshana VO. There is telephone number, etc. Now you're reading other portions and then you're leaving other portions. Can you please read everything that is inscripted there in index number 25, please?
Must I read also index 25?
Yes.
Name. Okay. Index 25. Name Mshana Ntulivo. Tel plus 27715 951239. Storage SIM card.
Thank you.
Okay, lana ke index 25 igama Mshana Ntulivo, telephone 277159512339. Try storage la igcina khona, try SIM.
Thank you. Now again, this number has also been attributed to accused number 5. It's associated with him. The impression again that has been created this court or at this court is that this number also belongs to accused number 5. But now, accused number 3, Mr. Ncube says, what is inscripted or what is contained in index number 25 is a true reflection of the state of affairs. This number, he saved this number in his phone as Mshana Ntulivo. And now the full description of what that Mshana Ntulivo means, he says, this person is called Lungisani Ndwandwe. But he did not know him before he could save his number. He got introduced to him by Mabungu Ntuli. This Lungisani Ndwandwe, whose number is in there, that ends with 239, in other words, is a nephew to Mabungu Ntuli. Accused number 3 got to know this Lungisani Ndwandwe through Mabungu Ntuli. Hence, he saved him as Mshana Ntuli. If you know in culture, when you are an uncle, you call abazukulu bakho abashana ngisho. Yes. So in other words, this Lungisani Ndwandwe, whose number is 239, was Mapungu Ntuli's nephew. This number, according to number 3, Mr. Nube, it never was or is the number of accused number 5. It has always been the number that belongs to Lungisani Ndwandwe. But as a cherry on top, Lungisani Ndwandwe is still available. You can just come and confirm what they are containing. Do you understand?
I do understand. No comment in that regard.
Uthi-ke le number lena indlela eyatholakala ngayo uthi-ke wathi umsola umeyithola wayithola ukuthi inamba ayithola kuMabhungu Ntuli waseyibhala njengokuthi hayi umshana kaMabhungu Ntuli ke lo kanti-ke le number lena umninwayo kwakuLungisani Ndwandwe kwangeyona kaMsola wesihlanu.
Thank you. Now you would also see that on index number 80, let's go to index 80, page 18. Are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Can you please put that information as it appears on index number 80 on record, please?
Index 80, name Ngani, tel, plus 27 76 642 7007. Storage SIM.
Tikelana-ke i-index 80 igama uNgani ifoni 076 642 7007. Thola igcine khona ikuSIM.
Thank you. Now, my instructions from accused number 3 is that this is the number that he has been using to phone accused number 5 through. Accused number 5, he tells me, that is now accused number 3, that accused number 5 is also known as Nkani. So the information that is contained in index number 80 is a true reflection of the state of affairs as accused number 3 knew it. Just an addition thereto, I had the privilege or liberty to also talk to accused number 5. It does admit this number, that this is the number that he knows. He also admits that he's also known as Nkani. So this information that is contained in what you prepared in Exhibit S and Lecture C is a true reflection of the state of affairs that these two accused persons, that is now accused number 3 and 5, know. They've said to me, I must say again, thank you very much to you.
I thank you too.
Thank you.
Actually, the number then is 0642 7007. So can we ask the number? And so let's start to ask with now we are seeing that if we go and guy, we see about
Thank you. Now let's go to page number 29 again, on index number 197, 197.
Yes, I'm on it.
May you kindly place that information on record?
Index 197,
Yes.
name Ngani, tel, plus 27 715 073517. Storage SIM card.
Thank you.
Sorry,
So now-
page number 21.
No,
29.
that's 29, man.
829.
Yes,
Yeah,
index
okay.
number 197.
197, fine, yeah.
Yes.
So lapha ngaphansi kwe-index number 197 igama ebhalwe ukuthi unkani lapho-ke ifoni ethi 027 715 073517.
Thank you. Now again, accused number 3, Mr. Mniwe, instructs me that what is depicted in here is a true state of affair or situation as he knew it or as he knows it. That the number that we have just read into record on index number 197 is one of the numbers that he has been calling when he wanted to talk to accused number 5.
NjengoMsolo Sithathu lena yenye inamba ayisebenzisa umethisa ukukhuluma nomsolwa wesihlanu.
And again, I also delivered to talk to accused number 5. He also admits or confirms that this is his other number as well.
Msolo wesihlanu naye avuma ukuthi le yenye inamba zakhe.
Now, accused number 3 instructs me that I should bring this to the attention of the court, that he would not have any reason whatsoever at one stage to save accused number 5 as Nkani, and then at one stage save him as Mfoga Kumalo or Mshana Ntulivo. He would not have any reason to do that. To him, accused number 5 was Nkani. He would have been Nkani, irrespective of the fact that he could have used 100 numbers. Those are my instructions. Do you understand?
Msolo Sithathu ukuthi bengeke athande ukugcina umsolo wesihlanu ngamagama amaningi anjengokuthi umshana Ntulivo. Yena nje wamgcina ukuthi igama lakhe unkani.
Now,
Ngiyamukela lokho.
thank you. I know that you have not been involved in the compilation, you were privy. I assume that you have also not been part of the compilation of those affidavits that the state have just referred to, which were compiled by Colonel House, where it is depicted that that number that ends with 787, 239 are numbers that belong to accused number 5. We have not been involved in that process now. So,
I was not involved.
Thank you.
Ngabandakanye lo msebenzi.
now, my instructions are that what is contained in those affidavits, which depicts the number that ends with 787, which belongs to Mfoga Kumalo, who's Musa Kumalo, and the number that ends with 239, which is stated in index number 25 as Mshana Ntulivo, who his real name is Lungisani Ndwandwe. That information that is depicted in Colonel Hosu's affidavit or Stain's affidavit, which depicts these two numbers as belonging to accused number 5, that is a gross misrepresentation of fact. Actually, that is false. You don't know about it.
No comment.
Thank
I
you.
was only involved in the analysis of the data downloaded from the device and the SIM card.
Thank you.
Lokho kubhekwe njengokuthi inamba 787 bhalwe ngokuthi Mfoka Khumalo umuzi nale bhalwe ukugcina ngo239 ebhalwe ukuthi umshana Ntolevo kuthiwa ke ekalungisani indwandwe kuthiwa cha akona amangala wathi mina angazi lutho ngalokho kunaphawu.
Thank you. Now we are putting at rest your work with regard to the cell phones and the numbers that you have downloaded. Thank you. Now, you recall that some time ago you also testified about Exhibit S. That is now the downloading of the photos that were found in accused number 3's phone. Do you still remember that?
Yeah, I do remember.
So let's ufakazi Exhibition S. Ngiyakhumbula lapho.
And that information is already on record. The photo album that you compiled was marked Exhibit S. As I'm saying, it's already on record.
I-album ke leyo yalethelwa njengesikhombiso S.
Thank you. Now, Exhibit S consists of a number of photos. I would want us to go through certain photos and just to clear up certain issues. I'm not so sure whether I've got Exhibit S before you, or I'm going to request the state to beam it for us. I think that would be more simpler. Now, before we go there, let us start with the following preliminary issues. Is it your version, Mr. Mabaso, that the album that contains the photos in Exhibit S are photos that you retrieved from the cell phone of accused number 3?
Ngathi uyiqinisele ukuthi izithombe ezibukhombe ezilapha ku-Exhibition S iy'thombe wazikhipha i-cellphone kaMsolo wesithathu.
They were retrieved from a memory card.
Wathi hhayi lisatholakala ku-memory card.
Yes, a memory card that was inserted in accused number 3's phone.
Yes.
Wathi ifakwe efonini kaMsolo wesithathu wathi yebo.
Thank you. Now, is it also true that certain photos here are photos which were downloaded, and some photos here are photos which were original photos? In other words, accused number 3's phone were used to physically take those photos.
Ngathi uyiqinisele ukuthi ezinye zezithombe zazithathiwe ezinye ke zazilethiwe kuleyo phone.
When the picture, a photo is on a memory card, it's
Yes.
not, it doesn't record whether the picture was taken by the phone itself
Yeah.
or it was sent, because the memory card, in most instances, they change it into different devices. So it always stores the pictures taken by those different devices.
Makuwukuthi ke ifone isithombe siyabekwa ku memory card akhombisa ukuthi sisathathwa ileyo phone noma salethwa ngoba i-sim card ingayithathwa yiswe kuma-phone ahlukene. So ngenzeka ukuthi ibe namafayili wonke ey'thombe avela kuwo bonke lamakhalekhukhwini la yayifake kubona.
I'm getting it because.
Sorry.
Okay.
However, if the phone, the device that the person is using,
Yes.
as it can record and keep that record into a memory card, it can tell us if it's originally from this phone,
But uma
the
ukuthi
originality.
leyo phone le yona ethatha isithombe ngenzeka ukuthi ikwazi ukugcina nemininingwane ukuthi kokuyiyona yini eyathatha leso sithombe usasithathani.
Thank you. Now let's go to the phone that you worked on that day. Just in line with what we've just explained to this court, what would have been the position of the phone that you worked on as you prepared Exhibit S.
What was in the phone?
No, not what was in the phone. We have said something akin to if the phone is in the position to, there are phones where you are able to tell whether a picture was taken through that phone or was stored in a memory card and everything. That's why you said. See, I think that's a technical language that you use, not so.
Yes,
So
yeah.
I am saying, Mr. Mwasa,
Yes.
I am saying, on the phone that you worked on that day, what is the position? Are you able to tell this court whether photos were taken from that phone or not? Or in fact, some of the photos here, some of the photos were taken from that phone or not?
Manje kule phone wayisebenzisa lelo la wayihlola uyakwazi yini ukusho ukuthi khona yini ezinye zezithombe ezazithathwe ngayo leyo phone noma cha?
Even though I can't remember very well, it's been a while since working on this.
You can go through the photos.
But no. But some can be from the phone.
Bathe noma sekuyisikhathi ke kanje ngisebenza ngalento ngenza ukuthi ezinye zivela izithombe ezathathwa ngayo leyo phone.
Thank you. Just to help you, Mr. Mabasa, let's go to page number 12
But
of Exhibit S.
12.
Yes. Are you
Yes,
with
I'm on
me?
a page.
Excuse me?
I'm on a page 12.
Yes. What photo is depicted there?
Yini ke lesithombe sibona lapho ku page 12?
I see a person with other people around.
Cha engibona umuntu nje nabanye abantu abaseduze naye.
Thank you. What is written on top of that photo there?
Yini ubhalwe ngenhla leso sithombe?
IMG 2014 1026 1731 40.
IMG 2014 1026 17314.
What does that mean?
Because ukuthini lokho?
It means the picture was taken or was received or whatsoever on the date that is written there, 2014-1026, 1731, 14.
Kuchaza nje ukuthi lesi sithombe sathathwa noma samukelwa ngomhla 2014 1026 173114.
So you're not in a position to tell this court whether this photo was taken from the phone that belonged to accused number 3.
Nje usho ukuthi akwazi ukuletha isiqiniseko sokuthi le sithombe sathathwa ifoni eyikamsola wesithathu.
Yeah, at the moment, no, I cannot tell unless maybe there's an original.
But hayi njengoba kunje angikwazi ukusho ngaphandle kokuthi mhlawumbe sithole i-original.
Now, when you say it could have been taken, or you're not in a position to tell whether it was taken or it was sent to a phone that belongs to, no. Just repeat what you said again about being taken or sent or received.
I said it's a picture
Yes.
which shows a date
Yeah. and
time that might have been taken by the device or received by another device,
Wathi-ke isithombe
from
esikhombisa
another device.
isithombe esikhombisa idate nesikhathi. Lesi sithombe ngenzeka ukuthi sathathwa ngaleyo phone noma satholakala siphuma kwenye sithathwe enye phone.
What is the significance of that date there? I mean, of that time there? What does that time mean?
Kusesikhathi sisho ukuthini?
We call it a serial number of a picture itself,
Ukuse sithi inombolo yesithombe ngokwaso.
as the pictures don't have serial numbers. So we go to when was it received or taken, which is the date that you see. And then the IMG is an abbreviation of an image on the date and time. So we take it as a serial number of that picture.
Let's see by serial number esisithombe ukuthi ngasekuqaleni kuthiwa IMG uchaza ukuthi isithombe lesi bese kuyakhombisayo nokuthi lezi number esikhombisa ukuthi sathathwa nini ukugcina kuyigama lesithombe.
Mr. Babasa, was it not your testimony originally that information that is encapsulated there, 26/10/2014 and the 17/31/14, that is indicative of the date and time at which this photo was taken?
Like I'm saying, the originality I cannot say at the moment. It's been a while, but it shows the date and time when that picture was taken. That's why I'm putting all receipt, because I'm not so sure what was happening with this picture by that time when I work on it.
Ngikwazi ukuthi ngichaze ukuthi lesi sithombe sisukaphi noma sathathwa ile phone lena noma sathathwa enye ifoni, yikho ngeke ngasho ukuthi ngibheka nje inombolo lesi ngisho ukuthi impela sathathwa ile phone noma sasiphuma kwenye.
However, I don't remember saying it was taken by the device that I downloaded.
Kodwa ngikhumbule ngisho ukuthi lesi sithombe sathathwa ile phone le engakhipha kuyona ithombe.
Thank you. Now, what will it take for you to remember that this photo was taken on the 26th of October 2014 at 17 hours 31:14 seconds?
If the original data tells me that, then I will be able to elaborate it.
Uma ngiphethe idatha le phuma khona efonini ingakaguqulwa hayi ngiyakwazi ukuthi ngibone ukuthi lesi sithombe sathathwa.
Mr. Babasa, we should have that original data.
No, I was here for another thing, not photos for today, so I don't have.
Ngiphethe ngoba lana bengizele lokukunye bengazele ithombe, so anginayo original data yesithombe.
And if I remember very well, I think somewhere last year, during my testimony or after, there was a request of pictures, of all pictures that I retrieved from the downloads. And it was given to each and every one of you in a form of a memory stick, if I remember very well.
Ngikhumbula ke kwaba ne-memory stick wonke umuntu khona la wazi oyithola eyalezi ithombe engasikhipha kuzona futhi.
Yes, Mr. Mabasa, in line with that testimony, you specifically told the court that information there signifies the 26, that 2014-10-26 signifies the date on which this photo was taken. That 17/31/14 signifies the time at which that photo was taken. That was also confirmed by Colonel Stein.
I can't remember, I can't recall if I did say so.
Ngikhumbule ngilethe isiqiniseko sokuthi lana kulethwa usuku la isithombe sathathwa ngalo nesikhathi ukuthi ke futhi lokhu kwaphinda kugcizelelwa u-Colonel Stein.
Let's go to page number 17, Mr. Mabasa.
Page 17, yes?
Yes, are you with me? What do you see there?
Two guys next to the car, and there's a thing around.
Ngibone insizwe embili eziphambi kwemoto and futhi kuyabonakala ukuthi khona nendlu la isithombeni.
Thank you. What is inscripted just above the two, that photo there?
IMG
Yes.
2014-1026,
Yes.
1728,
Yes.
39/001.
Okay, lana kuthiwa IMG 2014 1026 1728 39 001.
Thank you. Again, it was your testimony again, Mr. Mabasa, that these photos or that information that is scripted there signifies the date, the month, and the year on which this photo that is depicted there on page number 17 was taken. That 1728/39/01 signifies the time, in fact, the second, no, the hour, the minute, and the seconds at which this photo was taken.
Uthi lana usitshela ukuthi inombolo lezi ezilapha zikhuluma ngosuku, inyanga, iminyaka, nekhuluma nangesikhathi, nemizuzwana lapho isithombe sathathwa khona.
Do you have any comments?
No comment.
Thank you. Let's proceed.
These issues were canvassed with the witness the first time around. Is he now being cross-examined on the same issues, and the witness said that he's caught off guard as he only came here to testify about annexure C.
Thank you, Madam. I hear the concern of my colleague, Madam. I think I'll be very cautious in my approach if my colleague then says I am trying to be unfair to the witness, but I'll be very cautious.
I'm not saying that.
No, he hasn't said that.
No, he's saying that.
No, he didn't say I'm very fair. I'm being unfair.
You, Mr. Mnisi, wait, I'm asking you, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we're just saying the witness is being cross-examined and on issues that he's already testified on.
Yeah, it's undergo your cross-examination. The last time.
He did.
Now we are re-cross-examining him again.
May I contextualize that?
Yes.
Thank you. It should be remembered, my lords, after it's brought together so that each piece of that evidence fits in a puzzle in order to form.
Which procedure is that?
I'm a bit Shakespearean, my lord, but let me come down to the level of generality. Yes. What I'm trying to say, my lord, is after this witness has testified,
yes,
this court went on to further hear a lot of other information.
Yes.
The basis of which is we need to specifically, I mean, as litigants, us and the state, we need to fit that information in the proper space in the puzzle so that we form a holistic picture. I am not basically trying to be unfair to this witness here. I'm trying to build a certain picture.
No. To be fair to this witness,
Yes, madam.
let him read the evidence which he adduced. How many years? How many months ago? Yeah.
I think that
No,
was
that's the only fair way. Hello?
8 or 6,
6 months ago.
6 to 8 months.
That's it. Let him revisit that evidence.
as-
Then you can re-cross-examine him, to be fair to him.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah,
Yes,
please.
yes.
If you want to do that, do that. But I know of no procedure, which, as you say, because you've involved in a myriad of other issues after this witness has testified, you want to put the subsequent myriad of information which you have heard and which this witness never had the opportunity to hear into a proper perspective. That's what you're saying. And
My
you want,
lord,
to
this
fit, you want to fit it.
No, my lord.
That's
no,
what you
no,
said.
no. This witness, my lord, with due respect, does not have to hear the information that was proffered before court subsequent to his testimony. He is only here to give his portion of the testimony. It is my duty as a litigant and the state's duty as a litigant on behalf of the state to take that information and fit in those little puzzles in order to form a holistic picture, my lord.
Yeah, okay,
It
fine.
is not for him to do that. May I request the opportunity to proceed, because I'm just about to wrap
no.
up.
This court, in view of fairness,
Yes.
this witness must be accorded an opportunity to go over his evidence, and then you can recross-examine him. 8 months ago, that's what he says. That's why he says, I can't remember. I can't remember. I can't remember. Okay, to be fair,
Yes, ma'am.
that's it. I don't say you can't cross-examine him. I say to be fair, let him revisit his evidence and the cross-examination he underwent. Then you're on equal footing.
No, it's fine, madam.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it.
Yes?
Thank you, madam.
Okay. What section is it, by the way? 160, just read 160, is it 167 or 6? 166 or 7? Let's read it.
May I
Yes.
quickly?
Yeah, let's read it. Okay. Here's the Bible. Section? Oh, look quite a. This book is.
166.
166.
Cross-examination and re-examination of.
Yeah, what will it say? Let's read.
It says, subsection 1,
Yeah.
an accused may cross-examine any witness called on behalf of the prosecution at criminal proceedings, or any co-accused who testifies at criminal proceedings, or any witness called on behalf of such co-accused at criminal proceedings, and the prosecutor may cross-examine any witness, including an accused, called on behalf of the defense at criminal proceedings. And a witness called at such proceedings on behalf of the prosecution may be cross-examined by the prosecutor on any matter raised during, may be re-examined by
Yeah.
the prosecutor on any matter raised during the cross-examination of that witness, and a witness called on behalf of the defense at such proceedings may likewise be re-examined by the accused. In subsection 2, the prosecutor and the accused may, with leave of the court,
Yes.
examine or cross-examine any witness called by the court at criminal proceedings. Then subsection 3A, if it appears to a court that any cross-examination contemplated in this section is being protracted unreasonably and thereby causing the proceedings to be delayed unreasonably, the court may request the cross-examiner to disclose the relevancy of any particular line of examination and may impose reasonable limits on the examination regarding the length thereof or regarding any particular line of examination. And subsection B, the court may order that any submission regarding the relevancy of the cross-examination be heard in the absence of a
Yeah,
witness.
that's fine. Yeah, so I'm being fair when I say this witness, after 8 months, having given evidence, and I don't even have to ask him how many times subsequent thereto he has appeared in court giving evidence. It's only fair that he must refresh his mind, and then you can re-cross-examine him, because that is re-cross-examination. Okay. It's not examination in chief by the state. It's not cross-examination in chief by the state. Neither is it cross-examination by you, Mr. Mnisi. what you are doing to this witness. You are re-cross-examining him on issues which you have traversed. And now you are saying you want to fill in some pockets. No problem. Let him refresh his memory and we can revisit the re-cross-examination. Okay?
With due respect, I think there's a point where me and the court do not have sufficient consensus, where we do not understand each other.
No.
Maybe it's the way in which I'm expressing myself, maybe it's the way in which the court interprets what I'm saying.
Yeah, fine.
But I am not saying that through this testimony, through my asking of this witness questions, my cross-examinations, I want to fill in certain things. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, fine. But you have heard me then. That's my ruling.
Thank you, Madam.
Yes, Mr. You can arrange that date. Okay, no problem.
As a court, please, can we then adjourn at this stage until Monday
Okay.
for the resumption of the cross-examination of Lieutenant Colonel Khosi?
Okay. House. It's coming on Monday, no?
I'm sorry?
Monday.
Yes. Monday.
Okay, fine. Okay, you say you must adjourn until Monday then. Thanks.